With criminal defense, a lot of people don't know this, but traffic matters are a matter of criminal defense. So that's your speeding tickets, your DWIs, your driving while license revoked, then as well as things that we more traditionally think of criminal defense, such as your larcenies, which is that is stealing something, your possession of marijuana or possession of marijuana with intent to sell or distribute, assault, disorderly conduct, just your typical meal things which you would consider as crimes. Disorderly conduct actually has a very long statute of things that it can be. Usually when you see it, it's people outside who are probably drunk or intoxicated just yelling or causing a scene. But it could also be when you refuse to leave any public building, or it could be if you disrupt a funeral. So with DWI, most of the time it's because of alcohol. And so in North Carolina, when you're driving and you consume more than 0.08 of alcohol, your blood alcohol concentration is higher than that, that would be DWI. But how we're able to usually win those cases is because the officer may not have had a good reason to stop you, and therefore he wouldn't know that you were driving while intoxicated. Or you may have been drinking, but you technically weren't driving. So let's say you've been drinking, but you're in your car in a parking lot, but your car isn't on. That wouldn't be driving. The state has to prove that both driving and both intoxication. Misdemeanor larceny, that's when you're allegedly you've stolen something. Depending on their age, we can always try to get deferred prosecution, which is essentially saying that, yes, I did this crime, but I'm 18 or I'm 19 or I'm 20 and I have the rest of my life ahead of me. The state should dismiss this charge, and in return, I'll do a X amount of hours of community service, or I may take classes on whatever life skills the DA suggests. So because a lot of times people get charged with misdemeanor larceny and they haven't yet technically stolen the item. If you put some things in your pocket, but you haven't walked past the register, you haven't stolen anything. The item shouldn't be in your pocket, but that's not a crime. So you have to have first walked past your last opportunity to purchase this thing. Putting it in your pocket or your bag, that isn't stealing. It's just technically carrying the item in an inappropriate way. Again, depending on your age, and what county, because some counties will do deferred prosecution that we talked about earlier, but some of your smaller counties who aren't as liberal, they won't do that particular program. They'll do something else called 9096. Deferred prosecution was a little different, but that essentially will put a person on probation for an entire year. We do that, but since possession of marijuana is a class 3 misdemeanor, we rarely go to trial over that. Usually we just try to negotiate it to just getting a fine, or if they have an extensive criminal background, we'll try to get it to just probation